You're down with the juntando the AI and the human? You're
Hell
down with that?
yeah, hell yeah. All that 1,000%. I'll become a robot. I really don't give a fuck. You could put a chip in me anywhere you want.
You don't think, because damn, I I think I'm like, what about the side effects? Usually it takes like 20 years, 30 years for the test to be done to see what the side effects of that is.
But I would
Imagine
only do it
us.
after 40 years old.
Oh, okay.
Not
How old
before
are you
40.
now?
I'm 25.
25.
Now here's why.
Why?
Because I know from the ages of 20 to 40, I'm gonna be wilding the fuck out. So
Oh.
I can't have them tracking me like that. But after 40, like that's it. My energy's gonna be lower, but I just wanna be doing cool shit, but not crazy shit that could get me in trouble.
Got it.
You get the math? The
I
math
get
is
it. I
mathing?
get it. I get it.
That's why I would do it.
So you want to get a phase out the way first, and then you want to
hmm I mean,
trip me up.
eventually we're all gonna do that. It's like how all the girls are getting BBLs.
Not all the girls.
Majority.
Certain demographic.
A graphic?
Some adepts, a certain demographic.
Like what?
Well, we have the Latinas and the some blanquitas that don't have it, but and then you got the ones that have it, and then they just want a little more.
Nah, I don't think it's
But
demographic. I
not
think
a lot of people have BBLs. I'll be honest, like,
it's that sometimes they have it. You don't even know. You know that, right?
oh, I know that too. But
Uh,
but then you also know
just
no.
because it's
Yeah,
not pedonculous doesn't mean they don't
no,
have it.
right, right, right. I got my boobs done.
So
People
look at that.
don't.
You see, that's what I'm saying. Like
They're not
everything
like
is.
right. But I didn't want my boobs to walk into a room before I did. I didn't want my boobs to be greater than my talent. So when I got them, I was like, I just want them because I mean, I lost a lot of weight, so I want to feel comfortable in this skin and I have the space for it, so I got them done moderately. But a lot of people it's they want to do it because they want to have that voluptuousness.
Everything big,
Pero
big.
pa lo gusto los colores, right? So and then certain people do the other thing and they go, you know what, a little
Mm-hmm.
nip tuck, and you can't even tell.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know if it's because I'm short or something, but I just lately like I feel like I just like big,
You like big boobs,
big everything. Like I don't know.
big
Like I
everything,
can't. I feel like I was with a girl that was done,
like a
and then like a girl that was done como hecha, and then I went to one that was natural, and I find myself missing what was done.
like the plastic or
The
the
Barbie.
not the plastic but the
Yeah,
right the superficial.
just. I mean, I don't want to say plastic superficial because now you make me feel like I'm fucking, you know.
I
But
mean,
I
no,
don't. I
but
just like the exaggeration of it.
so it is the superficial. It's the illusion, the
I mean, not an illusion because it's real. Not real, but like not. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
but it's not real because she had to get made like that. God didn't make her like that. She had to get made like that. So she's real because obviously it's real, but it's not real.
Natural. I know what
It's
you
not
mean.
natural, right?
I mean, it's like build the bitch basically.
Build a bear, build a bitch, build a nigga. Let's go.
You can't
Build
build
them
a nigga.
all.
I mean,
Build
girls
them all.
actually do have a lot of strong
I
influence on
mean,
men.
buildaman.com wouldn't be bad because I know a lot of great, incredible women, and unfortunately, they keep going or be encountering or I don't know if it's the dating pool nowadays, but toxic situations, not situations.
Nah, I blame it on the girl every time. There's always something like that.
It's always something like that, always on the girl.
Yeah.
But it also you could tell with your age that you would think like that too. There's a lot of maturing that will come with time, and I can't wait to sit down with you in 20 years and have another conversation.
That's so exciting, you know.
It is.
I think you're I don't know how to say this.
Say
So I'm gonna just say it, but I think you're definitely one of the more experienced people I've had on the show.
it.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, like life lessons and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Listen, I look at it like this. Like anybody could hold a cute conversation or whatnot, but when we share substance with people, that's when we leave a mark. That's when where it's remembered, even if it's not necessarily a viral moment. If we drop jewels and we have things, or you have things in your show or in my productions or in my stuff that are so solid that it brings people back, usually things with substance is what does that. Substance or totally toxic. So it's
Uh-huh.
like both spectrums, right? So you could just dip and dab and kind of like do the whole, take it and do the crazy conversations, but then also kind of like drop them gems and jewels and life lessons. And that'll come with the artists or the guests or the people that you bring onto the show from all walks of life.
You,
'Cause
you
that's how you
you
change
seem
my
to
life.
have like a lot of insight in social media and things like that. That's interesting to me because I feel like sometimes people who weren't growing up in the social that didn't grow up in the social media area that we are now tend to struggle with it.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you have to take a lot of time to learn how to maneuver in the social media era that we're in now?
I feel like, yeah, you kind of have to like be very careful with what it is that you do say and do put out, because things could be held against you and things will be used against you. So once you record these things and or conversations and or performances and or productions, you leave them out there. So, like they're
Did
always
you
going to
struggle though?
be
Because it's not
there.
like you grew up with Instagram. Like you were like, yo, like
Well,
Instagram, what the fuck is this? How am I gonna do this? How am I
Well,
gonna pop
well, you
off
got
on
to
this?
remember, I never looked at Instagram as a pop off situation. I looked at Instagram, I liked the platform. I come from a school where I knew that MySpace was for musicians. And then
Okay.
from MySpace came Facebook. Facebook started becoming like therapeutic for people, and everybody was writing their problems and all this crazy
The
shit that I
message
was like,
boards.
I know, I'm not here to be nobody. Like, it was too loaded for me. So when
Yeah.
Instagram came out, it was more visual.
Mhm.
I'm a
I no,
visual.
yeah, I love Instagram because of that. I don't like Twitter because of that, because there's too much typing and
Right.
shit.
I mean, I like to read too, but when it comes to like art or this, that, I like visuals. And then Instagram was more pictures and kind of like,
Simple.
right. Instagram was the platform that I gravitated to the most.
Hmm.
Not TikTok, not or now TikTok a little bit, but not like the 5 second vines that used to come out. I don't know if you remember, or the
I, I
10
I wasn't
seconds.
really a Vine head, but I know what you're talking about.
And I never got the gist of that. I was like, what is this? Like, how do I
How do you use it?
Right.
Mhm.
So, and like for example, now YouTube, some people kind of like saw the YouTube like being a monetizing thing. Like they saw it back then, eons ago. Like people really live their lives off of fucking YouTube channels.
That shit's crazy, right?
7, 8 figures.
Hmm.
And little kids too, reviewing toys. I'm like, I'm seeing so much stuff with my son that I'm like, bro, this is crazy. Like the way they're like monetizing and commercializing so many things.
And the kids learn way quicker to use the technology.
Hella fast. So my thing with Instagram, it was never of like how am I gonna pop off? It was just like how I want people to get a like a window into my life, into what I do. Like I wanted to show them when I was struggling with my weight. I wanted to show them when I was, singing with, a wedding band and kind of paying my dues, let's say. I wanted to show them when I was on tour with Romeo, when I was on tour with Don Omar. I wanted to like I wanted to kind of like invite them into my world. So I'm Chachi, but Chachi Nation is my nation. Like these are people that it's an organic group of like 70,000 people that I did not pay. I did not buy bots. I did not buy likes. I did not buy comments. Like I've grown this baby for the past like 10 years.
Hmm.
So I look at it now a little different than I looked at it back then. Now I'm like, okay, how do I make this about my business too? Before it was like, just come, check me out. But now it's like, okay, Chaji, we're in a different mentality. We're in a different space. You have a child, like how do we grow and monetize from this? And then my thing is how do you help? And how do you help the next generation or the other people or the younger people so that maybe they don't make the same mistakes and think that social media is the end all be all and be so influenced by social platforms, or you kind of have to show them like the perform in my case, like I show them who the performer girl is on stage and stuff like that, but I also show them the girl that's on her period with pimples, stressing, she has cramps. I also showed them the girl who has postpartum depression. Like it became like they became like a real family to me. So how I saw it before is not the way I see it now.
Okay.
But I see a lot of crazy shit now because them algorithms is crazy.
Like the Hug Tour girl, right?
Hot tú con él, no me conoces. That shit was the funniest one I saw.
Yo, damn, you just fucking started singing fucking yo.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, I was like, what the fuck?
Because my friend sent me one that it turned the Huck 2 girl into Frankie Ruiz. And
Uh-huh.
I was like, yo, I laughed so hard that that's what came to mind. So,
You know that shit is actually motivational to me.
what?
Well, the Hug Tour girl,
Huck 2?
she's motivational to me.
Listen.
Cause you know what she reminds us?
What?
You just need that one video, that one moment.
And she was being her authentic self.
That's what you just need, that one moment. And then
I like how ballsy she was, that she didn't try to like, she was very like, fun about
you
it.
know what was
And
the question
no,
that they asked
what
her?
was it?
The question was, they asked them, what move in bed makes a man go crazy every time? And that's what she said.
Oh, she's so young.
You don't agree with her
Not that I don't agree with her, but there's a lot more than the Huck 2
on the thing that makes
you could do.
to make the man go
And
crazy.
it'll make him go woo, like that kind of vibe.
You
Like,
got a baby out of it, so I agree.
I mean, cheers to you. Yes, I sure enough did. Facts, I sure. And that motherfucker don't even look like me. The shame of it all.
But no, I find that crazy because she actually just recently also made her first appearance for 30K, and she's about to have her own reality TV show. Isn't that crazy?
There you go.
I'm like, yo, I don't get that shit. I really don't.
I don't get it, but then the I don't get it, but I guess the part of me that it's like I know people are so many talented people in the
And then
industry
you're like, they're not even popping up, but this girl with the Hawk 2 is popping
that
up.
they have been doing this for eons, and it's like, damn, and it's like being a hawk too, and now she has all this endorsements, da, 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 and Joe Schmo and Melissa over here that have been grinding for like so long. It's like,
That should be hurting though, because even me
so
sometimes I spend hours on a video and that shit barely does numbers, and I'm like, damn, bro, what the fuck?
don't let
No, no,
that.
not that it hurts, but it's like,
It's discouraging.
yes, it's discouraging. Exactly.
Hello, you spend fucking hours and hours and hours, and so you want your energy reciprocated. You're like,
Uh,
coño, ponle un like, share this shit,
that's
coño,
what-
save it, haz algo,
It's literally,
coño. And then they
yo,
keep asking you for stuff, pero ven acá, like help. What we
literally,
doing?
help
And
is free.
and that's what
exactly.
I love that. And that's what I share always on my platforms. Like help is free. You could totally freaking plug somebody and you don't have to spend no money on that. You could repost a flyer. You don't have to spend no money on that.
I agree.
And if you want to go into your pocket, then yo, God bless you and thank you for being so like, giving, and may the universe repay you. But it's not always about money.
You know, speaking of your platform, we've been here for a while, and they don't even know who you are.
Oh my God.
You want to introduce yourself?
Hi guys. My name is Grisel del Valle. They call me La Chachi. I am Puerto Rican from Newark, New Jersey. Singer, dancer, actress, entertainer, humanitarian, like Mami Songa, New Rican.
You
Chachi
know, I have a
Chai.
problem with Puerto Rican women.
Why?
They're toxic.
Toxic?
But there's some,
Oof, and you're
and for some reason, yeah,
And you're Dominican, right? Yeah.
mhm.
Sometimes
I mean,
say,
y'all love us Dominicans.
sometimes I say good morning to everybody except Dominican men.
But you
That was
love
before my
Dominicans.
husband. That
That
was
was
before my husband.
before-
Before my husband, I'd be like, good morning everyone except Dominican man.
feel
I
like-
actually swore I would never date another Dominican, and
And
then
now you're married to
and
one.
then there he came.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's just, I think it's a natural thing between Puerto Rican women and Dominican men.
It's so beautiful. I mean, I just think the synergy between those two cultures. I mean,
It's beautiful, right?
spicy.
It's spicy. I think that's why we like it. It's like,
But so you say like toxic, like Puerto Rican women are toxic, right? Or women in general are toxic.
I think it goes Puerto Rican women and then it goes just regular women.
Regular, okay.
Uh-huh.
So you have,
But you guys are also crazy.
so Puerto Rican women have done something to you that have made you feel like this.
Multiple.
So you've been a victim. You're traumatized. You
Yes,
got
by Puerto Rican
traumas.
women, yes.
from
I'm
Puerto Rican
traumatized
women.
from Puerto Rican women. Exactly. I
Okay.
love that.
So you definitely need to heal some of that.
I'd rather just keep digging in the wound. Keep
Oh.
going crazy.
Ah, but tú eres masoquista.
Just let it,
I have a song for that too on my album that drops September. So you see how I plug that in there?
I know. You're professional.
Hey.
How long you been in the industry?
Almost 20 years.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. You was a baby.
I was definitely a baby. I
And
didn't
your
even
pull-ups. I think you were probably like a 2T.
A 2T?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Chiquitico.
Oh, a little chicky thing. Yeah, a little chicky thing. Wow, 20 years. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
20 years. I started off as a professional salsa dancer. I traveled the world teaching. And then from there.
Notable countries.
Huh?
Notable countries.
Yes, incredible countries.
No, like your favorite one.
My favorite. Oof. Hold on.
Where should I go to? I'm tired of going to DR in Colombia.
Oh no, right. No. So my favorite country, I would have to say Italy is one of the ones that is up there. So is Spain.
Okay. I always wanted to go to Spain. I heard it's lit.
It is lit. Barcelona is the vibe.
Mm-hmm. Big
Yeah.
vibes.
Yeah. Beautiful women.
Beautiful women.
Good music, good food, great food.
We just, so in case you guys don't know, this is literally the first time we ever encountered each other.
Yeah.
And I like that. I feel like you know what I like.
I'm just sharing. I mean, like
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I feel like we've already said a couple things that we have in common, which is pretty cool. But I would say definitely get so many passport stamps. Go travel the world. Like, bro, there's so much culture and beautiful, like not just from like food and like people.
I barely eat on vacation.
Why?
Oh, I barely even eat now. I just like eating once a day. It's usually
Okay,
my
so
diet.
like you fast and then you
I
do like
guess, yeah.
intermittent fasting.
Mhm.
That's what it's called. Well, that's not bad. That's actually really good. But
I don't like eating. I feel like it makes me slow.
some people say that, and some people say that when they fast like for 3 days, what it does to their
3
mind.
days. No, tampoco así.
Pero es que they do it, and let me tell you, I haven't done it yet. So, but what I've been told is that it opens up your mind, like, and it makes you feel different, move different, think different, feel different. Like, you should try it.
3 days. We'll try. We'll see.
You
I
should
just
try
know
it.
that those are days that I can't go to work.
What do you do for work?
Oh, I DJ full
DJ.
time.
So
Yeah.
you okay?
Just
So
imagine that all those girls giving you shots and shots and shots. And
oh
imagine I've been
my
fasting for
god.
3 days.
No, you can't do
Imagine
that.
how I'm gonna drop behind the set.
No, mi amor,
One shot.
te me enfermas, te me enfermas. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. You're gonna be like one shot, two shot. No,
Yeah, I swear. I feel like being in this industry sometimes makes me do things that I really don't want to do. That shit. Do you feel that way sometimes?
no, not
From a
now.
social aspect. I mean,
Not.
maybe.
Did you hear what I said? I said no, not now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because younger, you feel like, oh damn, maybe I have to dress a certain way, or maybe I have to act a certain way, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe I have to move a certain way. So it was like influenced on me, right? But now, being very sure who I am, that comes with years, right?
Yes, I agree.
And age. So being comfortable in my skin, knowing who I am, knowing that I don't need to be loud to draw attention. I
Mm-hmm.
actually should do the opposite. And so like learning things that come with wisdom, you know? So yeah, before I was, if somebody says that they knew Chachi from like the year 2000, let's say,
Damn.
it's not this, no, like think my high school days and stuff like
Yeah.
that, or
Completely different from
my
now.
late teens, early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say you know who Chachi is today in 2024. It's not the same
Not the
person.
same person.
Not the same person. Not the same. Very, she was very Nork. She was very rah-rah. She didn't know no better. She didn't know no better until she started traveling. Until she started learning and seeing and observing how people move, how people act, what people got attention, what people didn't, what people turned people off. So I was very receptive and like just picking up and like a sponge so much shit. And then it was like, all right, as the time passed, then it was like, I don't want to move like that because I don't want people to think that of me. And I don't want to do like, so I kind of like started molding me into the, I know when to curse, I know when not to curse, I know when I can act like my genuine self, when I have to be politically correct, or like, so it kind of like, but that comes with age,
Mm-hmm.
so, and I think there's a beauty of being, you know
What's
young and making
uh
mistakes and kind of like,
oh hell yeah, this shit is lit.
expressing yourself for the first time, or for
Uh-huh.
like, this is the only lifetime that you're gonna get like this person.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking rock out. Not
Rock out.
always with your cock out,
No, no,
but
no,
rock
no,
out.
no.
But rock out, but
But
rock out.
have fun with it. Yes, yes,
Right,
I
say
agree.
fun with it.
Do you feel like if do you feel like when you were younger, right? If you had the social media era that we have now when you were younger, you would have popped off maybe like much more earlier, something like that.
Yeah,
Like
because she was toxic.
toxic and fucking recording everything. Like, yo, bitch, I'm in Spain right now. They would have been like, yo,
No,
but La Chachi is fucking world famous.
no, I mean,
Like documenting all of those things, all of those
right,
experiences.
right. That would have been a whole different thing. But would I have had the mentality of like the monetizing and the making it like a business as well, and kind of like using it for both
I
things?
think it would have
No.
followed natural though, but I think it would have
Right,
followed it.
right,
Especially when if you're just a creator that hits over 100K, you're like, damn, yo, I'm got mad followers. How I make money off this shit?
right,
Because I feel like my generation, especially now, is really heavy on the money now.
right.
Like I don't know, maybe.
But they have to also understand and know that the authenticity is what's gonna make you pop and be different. The it, that you can't buy, you can't teach, you can't fucking learn. The it
Mm-hmm.
that you're born with, like it's different, like
And
I
speaking
don't
about
wanna
the
come.
past too, you actually once said this on a podcast. You said
What I said.
if you had done things a long time ago, you would have been signed and things like that. Your career would have been in a whole different place than what it is now.
Yeah. We bleep things here.
What do you mean by that?
Do you bleep
Like when you
like
curse?
a curse, or if I say something, or you just let it be?
Well, if you say like fuck, I'm gonna try to bleep it out because I've been trying to get in that vibe lately.
Right. No, I just like,
You mean like if you say
because I
something?
want to talk to you like I talk to my friends, and I always tell my homegirls, if I would have sucked a dick, I would have been popped off a long time ago, but I didn't want to do it like that. So the road that I took a little bit more integrity,
Mhm.
takes a little bit more time, and it's gonna cost a little.
I
Like,
mean, to
it's
be
gonna be a
honest,
little harder
Mhm.
because I chose this. So like, I got the people who was like, trying to like tell me like I could change your life, I could sweep you off your feet. I'm gonna ask production to make it quiet on the set, please. Thank you. I just had to, right? Because if not, then
I was gonna scream, but then I was like, I'm gonna let. She already did it for
I'm
me. You
like,
know?
damn, I heard it like 3 times. Bing, bing, bing. And I told you before the show started, I was like, turn your
Y'all
phone
doing
off,
professional,
okay?
bro.
So we could rock and make it do what it do. But where were we?
So if you would have sucked dick a long time ago, you would have been signed.
No, mijo. I would have been star fucking Walk of Fame. I would have been Selena. I would have been fucking sheesh.
But do you feel like it's one of those things that
But I
it's
think
like something that had that Like that, those are back in the days type of thing. I feel like girls nowadays, you pop off with a corny lyric on IG, that's it.
Right, no, or going viral,
Uh
or like
huh.
having those moments and stuff
Uh
that have
huh.
nothing to do with music either, a veces. But I say it in the case of like as a woman, like in the industry, this is a man's world regardless, but in the industry, it is very man driven, and it was always in the past. Now there's women that are integrated into the management, into the A&Rs, into these big positions in certain labels, etc. But it is still male driven and male ran. So they weren't respecting, valuing, and all that other good stuff all the time. There's so much toxic stuff being brought out to light now of all the people that we were looking up to and kind of like really vibing and really like repping hard. And like that hurt me a little bit when everything hit the fan. I'm like, damn, because I look at people like we are each other, right? So it's like I would never want you to be in that position as a man,
And
and I would never want to be in her position, like
I only have one thing to take a shot to right now.
well.
No Diddy. She's like exactly what I was talking about.
Open this because
Is it,
I jumped my.
you want more? Oh,
Oh, this is my shot.
yeah. You want
Oh,
more?
you're so sweet. Thank you
Yeah,
so
I'm telling you, I came here
much.
such a listen, guys.
Thank you.
I came here on a gentleman vibe, and she's been bringing out the best out of me.
No, you have been a gentleman from the moment you walked into the door, and
Yeah,
I
you know?
appreciated that.
I talk a lot of shit, and but people who know me personally know what it is.
But maybe in you talking your shit, you talking the real shit. Like
100%.
sometimes we sugarcoat it, and then people they be like, "Oh no, ain't no sugarcoating. Just be you, be real, and give your opinion or say what you stand on, and but be open minded enough to have dialogues with people who don't think like you,
Thinking like me, right, or thinking like whatever. If you had the mindset you had now years ago, do you wish you had that? Do you wish you had the mindset you have now years ago?
Do I wish I had the yeah and no? Because I unfortunately is like when you get here, you understand why you had to go through everything that you went through. Sometimes things don't make sense in the moment, but then later on, it's like, oh,
No,
so
that's why everything led up to this moment.
right, right.
Hmm.
It's like a serendipity kind of thing, and I feel like a lot of people are feeling it too when it comes to like my music and what's about to
You
happen.
just done so much. Like, do you feel like when did
And
you
I feel
start
like I
making
don't,
music?
and I feel like I haven't done enough.
And this shit's that right? It be like that, right? That's the best feeling
It's
though.
like a never ending cycle of like I want to do more, I need to do more, I need to because it's like it's what I love to do. It's what I feel I was put on this earth to do. I feel like I like to do humanitarian services of like giving back to
Like
people.
community service things and
Right.
things like that.
But then
Yeah.
I also feel like music has been therapeutic for me and it's gotten me by. Like some songs have been the soundtracks of like my life. So I know that my music is gonna be therapeutic to people too. So I just want to make people feel good. Like that's my mission in life, let's say. Make people feel good. Whatever that may mean. I mean,
That's it.
some of these pervs be like, what do you mean? Whatever that may mean.
I mean, that's like me with my job. As corny as it sounds, that's my favorite thing about DJing. I love making people happy.
Right? You want
In
to see
that
people
one
dance?
moment, though, not afterwards.
You want
Just like, that moment that I'm on, I like to make you happy. No me joda afterwards.
Y no venga con el teléfono
Yeah, no, venga
pidiéndome
el teléfono, that
cancioncita que
shit. No, no,
yo no voy a cambiar mi
no,
set.
I don't know. So,
I get it too though.
no,
I get it too.
you get it too? Oh my fucking
I'd
god.
be on stage and they'd be like, Amy Winehouse, Back to Black. And I'm like, Amy Winehouse, oh, fuck you. And I start,
Fuck you.
so I feel indebted to them. I'm like, okay. But I get it too. I get it too.
You've done a lot though. You've been dancing, singing, performing all these things. I need to know because you've performed a lot, right? A lot of people and all these things.
Mhm.
What's your most embarrassing moment on stage?
Did both tell you about it?
About what?
Did you say anything to
What?
Oh.
No, this is an A and B comment. What are you doing?
Ooh, well,
She's looking at the bottle. You looking at the bottle. You really think, is it that bad? You shit on yourself or something? Yo, it can't be that bad. It can't be that bad.
no,
What?
no, no. No, I'll say I had a moment once. Oh, I had a moment.
What?
I had a moment. I was doing
I want to know the year, the situation, everything.
I had a moment. I was doing an off-Broadway show with my friends, and we had 2 shows that day. And in between both shows, one of my friends, Bobby Allende, Conguero, is like, you want to have like Mexican food, Chinese food, what? And I was like, I could do some Chinese food. So we fucking go to
Should have picked the Mexican.
something Panda. What's the name of it? Express
In Harlem?
Panda?
Oh, Express
Panda Express, Express pa'l baño, Dios mío. Panda Express, and so we ate, and I was supposed to have a second show. So the second show starts, everything is fine, costumes, everything, show
And then
started.
you feel the
When it's my time to come out and sing La Lupe, which is a very like big number in the show because
Mhm,
it's like it's a big number in the show.
mhm.
I got the bubble guts on stage so bad that I had goosebumps and I was sweating and I had to literally tighten my glutes because I was like, oh my
I
God.
hate when that
I
happens.
was like, I'm gonna take a shit on stage.
And what happened? You took a shit on stage. You did
No,
took a
I
shit on
didn't.
stage.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I finished the fucking number and
you
I
went straight to the
ran
bathroom.
off. Like when I tell you I ran off, so I was supposed to have a quick change and change into my next character, Maria Luisa, and come right out into a club scene. No, mi amor. Yo
No.
me quité todo. Yo me senté en el toilet and I was like, I can't get up. Oh my God. It was like, it was bad. It was so bad. But luckily, and I don't even know how, I definitely made it out the bathroom, wiped my ass, wiped it good, got out the bathroom, threw on my costume, and came out as Maria Luisa when I was supposed to come out for my solo dancing. So it was some crazy shit,
And that was the
literally.
last time you read Chinese food.
No, mi amor, yo no he comido ahí y nunca más voy a comer ahí, aunque even if they give me a check, y'all could cut me a check and be like, Chachi, 100 grand, 250. No, no, and absolutely never again. Never
Damn,
again.
yo.
Have you ever been in a situation where you got to poop and you got
Oh no,
goosebumps
for
and you're
sure.
sweating and your like heart is like pounding
I
and you're
went on
like,
a date with
oh
a
my
girl.
God,
No, trust me.
I'm making my blood toxic.
I mean, your situation is kind of worse. Maybe.
Imagine,
I
you
don't know.
imagine.
I'm debating if I should say this on the camera right now because that's actually really
Say it.
embarrassing. No, no, this is really bad. I'm not gonna lie. I went on a date with a girl once, and I ate really spicy sauce from the Mexican spot. It was like taco date, whatever. That's the last time I ever went on a Mexican date. Like take a girl to a Mexican spot.
Uh-huh.
I ate a really spicy sauce. We ate ice cream afterwards to make things even worse.
It didn't help. It didn't help.
I don't know. It didn't
Oh,
help.
it didn't help.
Hell no. We went ice cream afterwards. And then I felt something in my stomach. And I'm all the way in Queens. And I live in the Bronx. And I said, you know what? Something's telling me to call it early. Like, goodbye, girl. All right, baby,
I bet you
goodbye.
gotta
Good
go.
day, whatever. I'm driving home. And I feel the chills, the goosebumps, the tightening. And I said to myself, Ditto, you're
Yo.
not going to make it home.
Oh.
You're not going to make it home.
Did
So
you open the window to get some oxygen? Because sometimes the oxygen helps.
no, I went to a neighborhood before the bridge. And let's just say I made a mess in that neighborhood.
On the street?
Yeah.
You dropped ass on the street?
Yeah. It's either that or my car.
Tell me you have paper.
I had como I be having like sábanas.
La
I'm like,
mano.
no,
You
you
took off
crazy?
your
Ajá,
sock.
no, nigga, you
He
crazy?
took off his sock. He said, mira, yo
Man,
voy con
that's
todo,
not a bad
espérate.
idea though. The socks,
The
no.
sock.
I had
I've
a
never
sábana.
done it, but
No,
listen, if
I'm
I
not doing
had
that.
to.
I'm not doing that. No. I had a sábana.
Okay,
in the
hold on.
truck.
Hold on, time
In the
out.
trunk.
If you had to, if there was only like a newspaper that was on the floor already or your sock to wipe your ass with.
Socks? No, I would have looked at the shirt I was wearing. If it wasn't designer, I would have done the shirt. If it's
Not your
designer.
sock?
Bro, is that the fact that I have to take off the shoes and all that? That's mad work. I might even trip and fall on the shit
No,
doing all
no
that.
es pa' tanto. Because I'm thinking about it. If you only had that shirt on, you're not gonna walk around with no shirt and okay, your shoes. If anything, the sock is a piece that you can mask with a sneaker.
Okay,
or
I
a
think
shoe.
we're done talking about shitting on the public in the
We're
middle of the
Latinos. We
podcast.
always end with shit.
No, I think this is like, you know what it is? I feel comfortable with you. I think it's because you're a mom.
Really?
Mothers irradiate, like they give out something like
It's a maternal feel.
it's like a maternity. Like I just feel like like my Puerto Rican mom.
That's
know?
gonna hit you with the. Let me
yeah.
ask you: you ever been hit with a sopla moco? Do you know what a sopla moco is?
I've never been touching my face by anybody, so no.
Your mother never hit you?
Yeah, but not in the face though. You crazy? That's how you get in trouble. Imagine going to school the next day with a mark in your face.
I mean, I never hit anybody like that, and I've never been hit like that. But I mean, I have friends that unfortunately, Ditto, when they were little, their parents.
No,
were
of course. I mean, but it's
definitely
part. I feel
off-tail.
like that's what you gotta grow up. Every kid should grow up getting some sort of discipline. Yeah.
Right? Para que no sean malcriados.
I always found that shit dumb when people be like, "You can't hit your kids." That night, bro. I don't have kids, but I have a dog, so that's close enough as it gets.
I had a fur baby. I don't think that honestly hitting kids is the way to go either, though. Because
I mean, if you can't full blown abuse your kid either, but like a little like your kid should be scared of you at the end of the day.
I don't think so.
Or maybe
I
The
don't think you should.
father.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I think there's sort
I
of
think
like,
there should be like a mutual respect where, and this is where
but they don't get that until they're teen years. That's what or
no,
even
and
older.
that's the messed up part, because at the end of the day, like, or that's what where I disconnect with that generation of how they did things, or like that the way those people think. I don't think like that.
Hmm.
I don't think of like hitting my child. I know I could I know I have a strong character, and I know that when I get passionate about anything, you see it wasn't me.
Yo, that fucking bottle you brought, that shit's doing whatever it wants. It's doing tricks on her.
You saw that?
Yeah, that was kind of weird. That's the Puerto Rican
Unfortunately, the
ghost.
unfortunately the camera didn't get that, but they talking. They like talk that shit.
Keep talking
Well,
about
the
not
kids,
abusing kids, as you were
right?
saying.
No, no, right, right, absolutely. Like I don't think that kids should be fearful of their parents, because I don't want you to think that I'm your little friend either. You understand?
No,
But
yeah.
I'm not your little friend. But I want us to have that type of relationship where you feel comfortable enough telling me if you think you're not safe, if you think you're in trouble, if you think you need help. Like, I don't ever want my child to feel scared of me, that they can't come and tell me what time it is or
Nah,
what time it's
I
about
feel
to
like
be.
I don't know. We're on. I don't think we're on the same timing right now.
Oh.
When I mean scared, not scared, but I feel like it's just sort of like, yo, I'm not gonna overstep, because when that's my mom, or that's my dad. Two, I'm not trying to get
I've
the
seen the
chancleta.
thing is that I've seen some families, unfortunately,
Now you see, like you're
it's
taking it to a whole
overboard,
different extent.
because I've seen that
Yeah,
extent,
of course. Yeah,
and
let me
I've
make it
seen
clear on the camera. Ditto does not condone domestic violence. None of that shit.
or child
And
abuse.
child abuse. None of
Not
that shit.
here.
But
Not not here.
but screaming at your kid or whatever. Like I don't
Absolutely.
think that, you know what I'm saying. Like
Not with curses,
like
and
a little
like
no,
not
never curse.
belittling and
No, I don't
making
think she'll
them
never
like
curse.
not telling a child something like you're stupid,
No,
or
no,
like
no.
hurtful words, because that shit will stay
Yeah, no,
in
hell
there
yeah. I
for a
have
long
little
time.
sisters that I never curse at.
No,
Never,
no,
ever,
no.
ever.
But on some tate quieto, on some like discipline, I'm like
Mhm.
hitting them where it hurts, taking their tablets, taking what they love,
Doing shit like
like
that.
restraining, yeah,
Mhm.
changing the curfew up. But
But staying away from domestic violence, what's been your favorite moment in your career?
my favorite moment in my career, I think, would have to be when I had a full circle with Olga Tañón. I sang when I was 17, my friend took me to Apollo Theater to see Olga Tañón in concert. And my friend was like, "Bitch, I paid almost $300 for these tickets." We were like third row back then.
Was a good friend.
Yeah, yeah, she really like definitely. I wrote a couple of songs, like my first songs, I wrote them with her. Like, and ironically, we have the same name, Grisel.
Cute.
So she was like, "Bitch, I brought you all the way here. You better fucking let this bitch, let her know you're here."
Like make like do something, like leave with
So
something.
somebody had already said, "Oh, I want to sing with you," and I was like,
I'll do it better.
No, no. And I was like, "Damn, man, now what do I do?" So at one point it got kind of quiet, and I was like, "It's my birthday." And she was like, "Oh my God, it's your birthday. Come here." So she brought me on
They're
stage.
lying and
And I was
shit.
like, "No, it was my birthday."
Oh, it was?
That's why
Oh.
my friend took me, because it was my birthday gift.
Okay, okay, okay.
So, lying motherfucker.
I know you Puerto Rican woman, man, you know?
Oh, damn. Who hurt you, papito? Who hurt you?
Nah, who? How many? That's the problem.
Ay, Dios. So then years later, so I go up on stage and Olga's like, happy birthday, whatever, whatever. And then she stops and she was mid song. And I think it's because she didn't get my name. So she didn't know what to plug in there. Mid song, she was like, "I wish somebody sang happy birthday to me like this." And I was like, and so I told her, "I know your birthday's in April, but I could sing it for you." And she was like, so I sang it for her. She got on her knees. She kind of like was like, "Whoa."
She was like,
like,
damn, nigga,
holy.
what I'm talking about.
And so she said on the microphone, she was like, "A lot of people say that out here I have competition." And she was like, "If I was to have competition, please know that it's this little girl right here." And years later, I go to Connecticut to a concert of hers.
She
And
remembers you?
of course, we're friends now.
Oh, wow.
And she's like, "Hey, you're not on tour with Don Omar." And I'm like, "No, I came to see you. I left him." And she was like, "Oh." So I gave her flowers. And the next song, she's like, "You know this one?" And I'm like, "Huh?"
You,
And she's like, "You know this one?" And my friend's like, "She's fucking asking you if you know this one." And I was just like in the moment. And then I was like, "Yeah, I know this one." And she brought me up on stage. And that was a fucking, like, I remember during the pandemic thinking, if this is it, and from this everybody wipes off the planet of the earth and we die, I am so very grateful.
I'm good. Like this, I've lived.
So grateful that I had the people, the places, the stages, the colleagues, and that God granted me those things that, to somebody else's eyes, they might be like, "Oh, she hasn't made it yet." But to me, I'm like,
That's
bro,
like you made it in your eyes.
yo, I've done everything I've wanted to do.
I
But
mean,
now I have to be specific about what I want to do, Because before it was like, yeah, I want to sing, but now I have to be specific with the universe. It's like, okay, maybe I don't want to be a background singer. Maybe I want to be a fucking vocalist. I want to be taken serious. I need people. God didn't give me all this talent to put me in the back. I'm not trying to be, uh, I'm not trying to say
You
I'm
say that
greater than
often, like
anybody and stuff like that. But my friends, they titled me the humble diva because I'm very humble. I'm very grounded. I'm very down to
you
earth.
regret being
I
humble.
come from nothing. Nope. Nope. But then at the same time, I am a diva because, I know what I like quality. I know what I like. I know my talent. I've been like mastered by the best of the best and or like helped by the best of the best or to some degree rubbed elbows with the best of the best. And I'm like, this feels
But
good.
I feel like you being humble is the reason why you now say you have to be specific with the universe, because you've done said things like, oh, I could do what they're doing with the girls behind Romeo Santos and all these things, and
Right.
you've been behind them, right?
Right.
But now
Right.
you want to be the main character,
Right. So you have to be specific with the universe because I said, oh, I want to sing in
so you
Madison
can't
Square
be the
Garden.
main character being humble.
No, no, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
You
You see,
can't.
now you learn something from me, the 25-year-old.
That's the drops
Right
mic.
there, right, low key. I'm about to take a shot to that right
No,
there.
no, but it's true to a certain degree. You can't. But when somebody knows you like off stage or who you are as a person and who you like, and then knows you who you are on stage, like
So different
there's,
personas.
yeah, like on stage, I'm a beast and I
Mm-hmm.
know this and I
Mm-hmm.
know energetically. I know what I feel the moment I step on a stage, and I feel that exudes into people, and that's why they feel what they feel, and they have gravitated to me the way they do. But then I also know that I feel the best in my heart of hearts when I am doing something beautiful for somebody that cannot do absolutely anything for me. That's when I feel the bestest. When I'm of service to somebody, when I could change a life, that's when to me I'm like, thank you, Lord, for like, using me as a vessel and kind of
Mm-hmm.
like giving me both, giving me a little bit of that ego that I love so much being on stage and da da da,
Mm-hmm.
but then also giving me the heart to want to fucking help people
Mm-hmm.
and do good and right by people too, So, but I mean, on stage, that's the monster. I don't. At times, I be like, I look at my own
You feel
videos.
possessed, right? I know
I
what you're
look at my
talking
own
about.
videos, and I be like,
That was me?
I can't even remember me saying that. Where did
Yo,
that
it
come
be like
from?
that. I know what you
I've
mean.
never sang that before. Like, I practice with my band all the time before a show, and I'm like, I never did that in rehearsals. Like, that never came out before. Or I'll start improvising, and one thing turns to the next, and then I'm like,
When
wow,
it's time to show out,
I'm
it's
like,
time to show out.
that's pretty impressive.
You're like, damn, that's me.
That's pretty impressive. You know what? True story. I posted a video the other day on the gram, and I'm happy that I'm not the same person that I was 7, 8 years ago. Because in a production, I had a falling out with somebody who was very, very talented and who I low key I was rooting for, without knowing that I wanted to root for myself because I saw her further than me in her career. I saw myself in her, and I was like, damn, that's what I would love. Like I was rooting for her, and we had a really weird falling out. And then yesterday, I posted a video of me singing at the opening party of that particular show, and it's one microphone, and it's like 7, 8 people around that one microphone. And who do you think that I was standing right next to? The one person that I had the falling out with. And so when I sat down and watched that video, I had sang Carbonero, or I had done that song 1,000 times before because of the show. And I had never sang those things or improvised those words. But in that moment, it was the adrenaline that I felt sharing on a microphone with her and having to let her know
Yo,
who the fuck I
yeah,
was.
the show out.
And even what, like, I'm
When it's
like,
time to show out, it's
and
time
I
to
was
show
like
out.
guapeteando, soñando, like, yo le quito a cualquiera, bitch. You don't know, la chachi won't. Like, I was like, who?
Damn,
And
son.
after I look at the thing and I'm like,
You Puerto Rican, Puerto Rican.
yo, who the fuck? Puerto Rican.
She
The bitch is
said,
Puerto Rican.
I'm like, damn,
I'm
nigga.
like, who am I? But it was the adrenaline because, it's like, it's all fun and games. But then at the same time, it's like, bitch, we know what happened.
You know what it
Come
is. You
on, I
know
know
what it
you.
is.
You
My
you
mic.
lucky I don't hit you with this, right?
Hey, my
Right,
mic. Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna share this, but let's take a shot to that.
yeah, my
I'm gonna share my
mic.
mic, but don't forget that it's my
Nah,
mic.
you're not sharing shit. You was on that
Let's
mic.
let's it's
Exactly.
I'm gonna and I say that to say that the vocal part of my talent is the one part that I never really trained the way I trained dance and the way I trained acting. So when it comes to like the vocal or whatever comes from there, I'm like, that is the gift. I
Mm-hmm.
have no control over that. Like I
Mm-hmm.
didn't I mean, I'm very grateful for it.
Exactly. Fuck that humble shit. Next question while you take a
Humble diva,
shot.
bitch.
I want to know how it was working with Romeo.
Incredible.
Now, be honest, is he like a diva or like, tú sabes,
I'm
como
not gonna
que.
call him a diva.
Nah, not like it. But you know what I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna be 100. I'm not gonna call him a diva if he knows what he wants. I'm not
Uh-huh.
gonna call him a diva if he fucking worked and bust his ass years and years and years in this
Okay.
industry. You know, like doing the most to bring bachata to the level that it is now on a universal
He made
level.
bachata mainstream.
On a universal level. You know how
Mm-hmm.
many times motherfuckers told him not to do this style of music? That's why he said, don't listen to nobody and do what the you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Don't listen to nobody. You do what feels right to you. As long
Mm-hmm.
as you're proud of it and you stand by it,
So that
everybody.
matters.
Listen, his work ethic, that man is an incredible writer. He loves to practice, which is to me what I like to do, right? I love to practice. I love to like not make mistakes or kind of be as solid as possible. Him too. Like he don't want to look good, just him. He wants everybody to look good. He wants everybody to look good on that stage. I remember for MetLife, I was gonna be like all black or whatever.
He's like, no. Cámbiate.
No, they wanted me in red, and I'm like, no. He always says black. No, it's not red because he always says black and it's black and it's black. And the head producer was like, no, it's agreed, it's red. And I'm like, okay. So I let them dress me. I felt impeccable. I felt beautiful. I felt like a fucking Puerto Rican butterfly up there. Beautiful, red, majestic. But I'll say this, like his work ethic every day, day in and day out. We gave these people incredible shows. I did La Gira del Pueblo with him in Dominican Republic. We did 19 different little towns. Everything was free. Like, and he gave an incredible show every day. He didn't half-ass nothing. He never half-assed anything. So
Okay.
I learned from that because it's like, shit, that's what I want. Like, okay, he's a guy, but I'm like, that's the position that I want. That front row, that's these are the masses and this is what I want. But then I also noticed something about his following and about the world, bro.
What?
Motherfuckers like to fucking cheat.
What do you mean?
Cause he would be like, ¿A dónde están los romeístas? Like los like people that like love and da da da. And people would be like, whoa. And then he would be like, ¿Y a dónde están los infieles? And people would be like, ah! And I was like,
people love that red flag shit. You know what it is.
I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's where I had my first moment of like, oh, this is what certain people mean by when they mean like, oh, music of the world. Or and I'm like, oh, I get it. Cause it's not always so positive or so bright and light. But I mean, he's so eloquent with his writing and how he does shit and how he says stuff. And he's such a poet.
He makes
poet.
doing bad shit cool.
Right?
Yeah, 100%. What?
I said, right.
Oh,
I
I thought you were shocked.
Déjame hacerte una propuesta indecente. That shit right there. I seen girls do it. No, not me, because that's like a brother from another mother. Like,
Yeah, I know.
and I thank God for giving me that opportunity and being able to say something like that. You know, I remember pregnant. I went to his birthday or whatever, and he was like, I love you, and I was like, yo, it's the relationships I build. I don't care who people. Oh, you guys know him as Romeo. I know him as Romeo on stage, but I also know him as Anthony, and I think that's the dope part. I know Don Omar on stage, and I know that motherfucker great on stage, but I also know him as William. And that's my brother as William. And so I guess that's the part where it's like, yeah, like I love to be on stage and fucking share platforms with people like this, because those opportunities, that shit doesn't come around all the time. And not to everybody, and not to a city girl from Newark, born and raised to a single parent, like, but the fact that I've been gifted those opportunities.
Like, it's wicked.
It's fucking dope.
You have a very special love language.
I do have a very special love language.
I'm not even just talking about the song, but
only love is real. I'm a sucker for love, bro. And look at the shirt. Te amo puñeta is a Puerto Rican love language. And it's part of the merch that we're going to be dropping.
I used to say that to one of the girls that I was talking to.
With the puñeta.
With the puñeta, okay, I never knew what it meant, but she used to be like, bro.
My husband's Dominican, so the coñazo, like we also have the te amo coñazo, coño. So I'm like, I'm super excited about these shirts. They're going to be on sale. You see, that's another way to plug things. You see what I'm doing there?
I know. I started it off. I set it up for you.
Yes, playing tennis and stuff. I love it. But yeah, my brother from another mother created the line, and it just went in sync with the song and the release of the song. And so we're like, you know what? Let's make it merch. My love language is
no bullshit though. None of that,
acts of service.
I need, yo, what? No, like for real.
You're not listening to me. I'm telling you for real.
No, because I heard that. I already heard that before. I'm looking for a different response.
No, I'm telling you, acts of service because
So you're
it's
just like a man of your word, a man of his word.
he's not listening. Can you tell him to listen? I
I'm
said
Dominican.
acts of service, right? So
Yeah.
forget that I said that I was a humanitarian. As a woman, you're asking me my love language, and I'm telling you acts of service. I'm not telling you you have to buy me stuff. I'm telling you acts of service, doing things, pleasing, being pleased. So that's my like that's what I like to do, and that's what I like to get in return. So when I say acts of service, it's the nice way of saying like I like
So
to be
what?
pleased and different,
Okay.
and in
So,
peace in life and in my sexual encounters with my husband. And
yeah.
it's important for us to reciprocate that, like be pleased.
So what acts of service was your husband doing that he made you break your celibacy,
How you know that?
bro? Do you know where you are right now?
The fuck? The fuck?
Welcome to the show, Little Talks,
I
where
love
the
it.
questions hit harder than the shots.
Thank you for doing your homework. Shit. Um, my husband is an incredible chef and his fucking cooking is like A1. But that wasn't what got me. I think it was the way I saw him around his friends and his family, and that made me a fucking mush. But then I had that chicken and waffles, and that shit changed my
That's it. It was a game
life. It
changer.
was a
That's a
game
bajapanti
changer.
right there,
Everybody,
literally.
Bajapanti.
Not figuratively, literally.
I flinged them. I flinged them at him, Bajapanti. No, no, no. He like yeah, definitely like he's él es bien detallista.
Mm-hmm.
So he do the just cuz flowers, he do
Mm-hmm.
the dope conversations or the random texts or the random, spontaneous like I'm going to go pick you up type vibe. And
Mm-hmm.
that stood out to me because I did go through a lot of the like, oh, come, let's just come over here with other men or we'll have dinner here or what do you want to do, or people that weren't really like initiating much. So when my husband came around, I was like, bro, like it's totally different than anybody I've ever dated. He was Dominican or whatever, but
He
you
was and
know
he is.
he is Dominican. um
Your
but
favorite.
it's I don't know if it's because he's an Americanized Dominican, but it was very different from the other Dominicans that I have been with.
Oh, like white boy vibes.
Well, not white boy because he
No, because I've met,
dances.
I've
He
met,
he
I've
like
met like Dominicans that are like more like Americanized, as you say.
I say Americanized as the like he wasn't born and raised over there. He spent more
Oh,
time in like
okay,
let's say Florida than he
okay,
actually did in
okay, okay,
Dominican
okay.
Republic. So I'm not saying that he's like a blanquito
Nah,
kind of
yeah,
vibe.
yeah.
No, no, no. He
Hmm.
definitely throws down whether it's the
He
dancing,
just
whether
wasn't
it's the
fucking on some dembow shit in the corner with these
no,
like
no, no,
la
no,
calle
no,
and shit.
no,
Okay,
no,
I
no,
get
no,
it.
no. Él se fuma su hookah and all that, but
Yeah,
en la
sure.
casa, it's not like
Yeah,
he's like, let's go out and smoke.
civilized. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
like
okay, okay.
so. But he definitely came with a different type of energy, and I was like, what
And,
the
and,
fuck is
and you
this?
got married recently, right?
I got married in 2022.
Do you feel like there's a certain age that women hit where they just settle?
I feel like I sing at weddings too from time to time, and
And
I
you're like,
just I
damn.
just saw this little girl fucking these kids get married, and I was
What
like,
what what
oh,
what do you mean?
they were like 20 and 21,
But
like
that's not
21 and 20.
settling.
That's
How's that settling?
you haven't lived. You
Lived
have
and
no
settling two different
okay, so
things.
time out. You have no idea of even what you love and like. You don't even know who the fuck you
Oh
are at
no, I
21.
agree. Yeah, I
You
think they're
have to
wilding,
like,
but
you kind of like have to experience life to really know who you are and experience certain situations to really know how you would move. And like when so young and fresh, it's like, mistakes happen whenever, but it's like so young. I was like, damn, like I wish they would have traveled and like really
I feel
like
like those are people like in fucking Ohio and shit like that.
no, it was in New York.
That's I feel bad for them. Actually,
It wasn't
nah, good for
Latinos
them.
though.
Good for them though. Good
It
for
wasn't
them.
Latinos. But what I would say is don't fucking get married in your 20s. Like
But when I mean settling, I mean like, do you feel like a woman reaches a certain age where she's gonna settle because she's like, yo, that's it. Like I'm at a certain age, I need to do certain things.
I didn't look at it like that. In a perfect world, I thought I would have had my baby and my relationship at 28, and I didn't have it till I was 35.
Okay.
So and the one thing that I was not going to do was settle because at that age, I was very much aware who I was, what I liked, what I wanted. So it had to match. It had
Okay.
to match my freak type, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
is somebody going to match my freak? My husband did. So it didn't feel like a settling. I felt like we were both, go-getters, both super into our careers and great at what we do. public figures, came from great families, dope synergy and vibe. So I didn't I didn't look at it as settling for me, but I have seen scenarios or women who get into relationships and they know better.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I feel like so. If I have a lot of
they know better and they
friends that are
just don't do
girls
better.
that are like older than me, and sometimes I feel like they're more lenient with their man because I feel like you're like fuck it, like this nigga's doing this dumb shit, but like that's it. Like I'm at this age, like I gotta start thinking about having kids and shit.
And that's bad because you don't want to think about, oh, just having kids just to have them. If you have them, you want to have them with somebody who's going to be a partner, who's going to help you,
Mm-hmm.
because that shit is loaded. And okay, there's a
You
lot
say
of
that we're
great
loaded a lot,
there's a lot of great single parents who do it and that could do it, but
but it's not
it's
like why
a
the fuck would you
lot.
want to do that?
Nobody wants to do that.
Nobody
Nobody
wants
wants
to
to
do
do
that shit.
that.
Hell no.
I don't think that's
So
anybody's MO going into it. But I've seen people get comfortable,
yeah.
maybe not settle, but get super comfortable, and then la costumbre keeps them there, and then they don't want to, like, get out, or they don't. They're like, yeah, I'm okay, and they know who they're married to or who they're with, and they're like, yeah, I'm okay. So and that comes with different ages,
Yeah.
maturity, and not everybody matures at the same time. Some people, and life makes people mature young, but then other people, they could be almost 40 and they don't fucking get it.
I be like that.
I
I know
wish I was
exactly.
lying.
Yeah, I know. I know exactly what you
I wish
mean.
I was lying. Like,
Speaking of age and career and all those things, do you feel like you're on a clock
mm-mm,
in your career? Nothing.
mm-mm.
Oh, I like that.
If I was one dimensional, maybe.
One dimensional.
Hmm.
What that means?
Like if I just had like if
Or
I
like
was,
one talent.
or if I was just like, I'm gonna do like club music, okay, so when I say Beyonce, think because she like dances and she does big productions and
Oh,
she
but she
moves and she
adjusts
like,
to like her
right,
age and all that.
right. So if you think about it, like, or let's say a Tyla, who is a new artist who's
Tyler's not
bomb,
gonna make the same music 30 years from now.
right, but
Okay, I
who's
know what you
bomb
mean.
as fuck, right? She's
Mm-hmm.
bomb as fuck. So I'm not gonna make that style of music. I feel like the music that I do, even if it's not like the ballads or the more mature music, I feel like I also have the pop, more commercial type of sound, and I feel like maybe for that person, for that sound in particular, my clock might be ticking. For
Yeah.
like a reggaeton
Yeah,
that
of
talks
course.
about like puteria and shit like that,
Mm.
okay, my clock might be ticking because
Yeah.
it doesn't make you relatable after a
Uh-huh.
certain age. Let's be honest,
You're not
right?
fucking
You're not
puteria shit. Like you have a
right.
whole mom, your whole mom, yeah.
Right. But then when it comes to like, like who I am as a vocalist, like the Adele side or that side of me, like the side
That's for
that's like
ages.
that's ageless.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'm not gonna sit here and put a clock on myself and give myself that stress. And I don't think anybody should,
Yes.
because a lot of even like memes and things that I've seen, that a lot of like people like Walt Disney and Steve Jobs and people who have become millionaires and billionaires, it hadn't happened until like their late 30s or like their 40s. So many times we feel so much pressure, and I'm sure like people your age feel even more pressure.
Oh, no, for
And
sure.
it's the platforms that make, you seeing everybody living a
It's like you
great
see mad
life.
people like fucking like Mr. Beast, my age, fucking making billions of dollars, and you're like, damn, like what the fuck am I
What am I
doing?
doing wrong?
Yeah,
What
like
am I not doing
uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
How do I like bag or like
Uh-huh.
get into this and so you said something earlier where like, it could be discouraging, like when you work so hard on a material and you
Yeah.
don't get the love that you expected from
Yeah.
it. Don't ever let that shit phase you.
I
You
don't know.
keep doing and doing and
Mhm.
doing and doing and watch.
Yes.
But the
One
moment you
day, man,
fucking let
it's
it phase
consistency. That's
you,
all that matters. Be
right?
consistent. As we head towards the end of the episode or the show, I need to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Since you're like a a married woman, mom, and all these things, I need to ask you this: do you have any guy friends?
I do.
Do you hang out with them?
I do.
That's a red flag.
For who? For who? For you or my husband? Red flag for who?
Okay. I just wanted to ask because it's always interesting because people be like, "Yo, our parents don't hang out with their guy friends, where our mom doesn't hang out with her guy friends. So why the fuck should my girl be hanging out with guy friends?" I think it's weird as fuck, but
I see the difference in generation and the mentality of like, or in our culture with the machista and because I know a lot of Dominican and Puerto Rican guys who are like, ugh, mi mujer type vibe, but that's an older school type of mentality. I'm blessed to have guy friends that have never made me feel uncomfortable and have always been like a safe space for me to talk.
so what do y'all do?
We have conversation, dope conversation.
But like
We
on the
talk
phone
about
and
everything.
shit.
No. And yeah, at times, because there's times where I'm blessed enough to work with one of my bestest friends who is a guy.
Okay,
and
that's fine.
who does pay for my dinners from time to time.
She said that with pride.
Because guess what?
Well,
If he was ever in a position where he couldn't pay for a meal, I would always hold him down.
I respect
So
that.
I'm just gonna reciprocate the energy that people give into me, right? So a plate of food can't give us time. I saw you had a little problem with that. I wanted to
Yeah.
talk to you about that shit
Well,
actually. Yeah,
yeah. I love
I
this.
did. I wanted to talk
I
to
was
you
gonna
about
end the
that.
show, but she's about
I
to
see
pick
so
the
much,
fuck up.
I see potential in you, and so I have to open your mind and kind of like see where this closed-mindedness
I don't
trying.
think it's close-mindedness.
But so then I need to
It's
understand
preference.
where it is that you see that a male, because I've had my exes and my people who have told me that, you can't be friends with a guy because the guy's always going to want to fuck you.
You could be friends to a certain extent because I have a lot of girls that I'm cool
But
with.
why is it that somebody buying somebody dinner bothers you so much?
That's so
No,
weird. Why you say it like that?
because
Why is buying somebody food so
why
weird
does
to
it
you?
trigger you to feel like, nah,
Well,
that's not that,
I've never
like
had a one-on-one dinner.
with a girlfriend, like with a
No,
girlfriend?
I think that's weird. I've never really done that. In my adult life, I've never done that. I think that's weird.
Damn.
I don't want that sort of intimacy with any girl that's not my girl.
Damn, okay. So you mean to tell me that right now, if I thought that you was cool as fuck and I felt that there was things that I may be able to help you with,
That's
right?
different.
No, no,
You're an
no.
asset.
No, no, no. Oh, so you're an opportunist.
Yeah. I'm fucking with you. There you have it.
You're not gonna sit here and say that shit. No.
I always seek the opportunity.
Yeah, but you can't be like that.
There's nothing wrong with that. You got to seek the opportunity.
Pero tampoco así.
There's certain roles in people's life, correct? Like I feel like I'm able to categorize my friends, correct? Like these friends are good for talking. These friends are good for going out. These friends are good for this and that. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. In my eyes, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. You have to be able to categorize people. You have to, because if not, you're gonna get fucked.
Right.
So if I have a friend who's into music, and I do want to do something with her in the music industry, that's not, in my eyes, I view that as business.
Okay. So let's say.
So that's why.
So time out. So let's say that we do the business one, and then in 3 months or whatever, I'm like, I'm feeling like, I don't know, depressed or something, or maybe you're feeling depressed, or mental health, you're not all there, and you're feeling some type of way with just life, and you need to just get away and get a fresh air. You mean to tell me that if I'm like, bro, let's go eat something real quick, you're gonna be like, no, I'm I'm not trying to fuck you. I'm not trying to like, throw myself at you. I'm just trying to like take you out of the space that you're in right now because I can see that there's something wrong with you. So that's where I'm like, when it comes to the friendship of stuff, when it comes to the beautiful women and guys, and I know it's a little different for, the sexes because we're different. We're different. We're wired differently. But genuine friendship could happen. But then I'm also going to say, as a devil's advocate, because guys are so external and so physical and so whatever, I'm sure you motherfuckers, I'm sure you motherfuckers would take the opportunity if ever, whenever, however. But please understand that, genuine friendships and relationships still do happen. Yeah, they're not all like that.
I have genuine friendships with girls and stuff. I agree. I just think there's certain things that if
you were gay, it would be different, right? Because it wouldn't matter.
I refrain from talking about anything like that because I'm not in that community. So
okay, no, I'm not saying to talk about. No, it's not to talk about the community. It's just in the sense of like male, like because you say that it bothers you or you don't see your girlfriend.
But I will say this:
having a male friend. But what if he's a gay male friend?
So I will say this: I have a gay guy friend, right? And I told him this. I'm like, yo, bro, because it happens. I'm like, yo, bro, just because you're gay doesn't mean you still don't gotta pay for shit. When he's out with his girl,
right?
When he's out with his girlfriends, because I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, you're still the only nigga in that group,
right? No.
So in my eyes, it's like I don't really care who's what, whatever. Because sometimes too, also like with gay guys, like they be touching a lot more than girls with girls. To be honest, I've done seen gay guys touch their friend girlfriends.
I can't talk about like I'm not a guy, so I can't.
Like slapping ass, grabbing titties in the club and all that shit.
That I have with my friends that are,
but it's a generational thing, though. I do think girls in my generation are more haywired than women in your generation.
I know some locas in my generation too.
But I think it's because of the industry you're in.
All walks of life.
I mean, you know,
Yeah, all walks of life.
always alive.
Because think about it. Sometimes we be like, oh, we talk about people because they're in the public, but we know people who aren't in the public doing the same shit
I
that
mean, it's like
the
how nurses
people,
have the highest rate of infidelity.
nurses?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. In the workplace, they have the highest rate of infidelity.
Maybe because they're always out the house
Possibly, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. The people they cheat with the most are the people they have to work with.
because they spend so much time together.
Exactly.
That's disgusting.
It is. Women, right? You want to ask anything else?
Women. Well, let's listen.
Wait,
Don't
not to
say
cut you off.
women
I'm sorry.
because
I'm sorry, not to cut
because
you
if
off.
if
Okay.
if you if the male person doesn't wake up, then how? So it's not just
No, I mean, a man
women.
cheating is different from a woman cheating. But is there
Okay.
anything you want to talk about before we end this? Because it seems like you watch a lot of clips and have a lot of questions.
No, it was just the why you felt the need that women couldn't have a platonic dinner with a male like that. But not that it bothered me, but I'm
But
like,
do you
why?
understand why now? Like, did I
To a
was I
degree, I
able to
understand.
convey my point?
Yes, you were. Yeah,
Okay.
but I just I don't agree with you all the way.
I mean, we don't have to agree. 100% we
We'll
don't.
agree to disagree.
we don't.
Agree
We
to
don't.
disagree real quick.
But that's what his preference. At the end of the day, like the way maybe you prefer a man that's smarter than you, stronger than you, whatever. It's the same way I prefer a woman that's just not surrounded by a bunch of guys.
Right.
That's
And
how I feel.
and I respect that because
Hmm.
I also the same way I know great women, I also know some women that it's like, you're doing all the wrong things and all the
Mhm.
like, you're doing too much or you're and so I've seen that type of female, but I
Mhm.
also think who you date determines like, can I trust this person enough to hold themselves accountable and to be, self-controlled enough to like not do something or, like maybe I don't know, get teased and come home and fucking take it out on me type vibe. Like so it's also who we date, right? Like it's but that's also who we gravitate or who we're like pulling in. So
Yeah, I mean, everything's situational at the end of the day. But thank you for joining me today.
yo,
I
you
actually really had a
rock.
good time with you.
Oh yeah.
Motherfucker, I'm going there. Jesus Christ, yo, these people behind the camera today are just wilding. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I'm gonna have to talk. I'm gonna have a talk with them after this because they're about to get fired. Jesus Christ. You see, I haven't been saying Chino's name lately. No, I fucking I love Chino.
You about to
Chino
make
moved upstate. That's why I haven't been around lately. Chino
you're
moved
about to
upstate.
make an
Yeah.
executive decision and cut some
They go,
people.
yo, niggas about to get cut today. Whoa. Nah. Again, thank you for coming today. I had last night when I was doing my research, I was like, damn, this is gonna be a tough one because one, I don't know you from a hole in the wall. And usually, like, I know my guests at least somewhat. Like, I've at least partied with them before, we
Right.
get on the because I like to get people's vibes. So I'm
Right.
like, yo, imagine I put somebody on the show that's just fucking
And
weird.
oh my god.
That's the worst.
Awkward.
It's so horrible, horrible. But you've been great. I had a great conversation with you. I feel like we could talk for fucking hours. Not gonna lie, and I love that. Trust me. But yeah, thank you. You want to say anything
Thank you
before
for
we end this?
having me. Thank you for having me. También, I did my homework and I was like, you know what? I see your potential and
That means a lot to me.
I
Thank
wish
you.
you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
And I really do mean I can't wait to sit down with you in 10 years because I know the conversation is going to be different. I know it. So hold it
Nigga,
accountable.
yeah, I was wilding. Nah, I never have.
Chachi, I got the chip in my
One
dick.
thing about me is I have fucking pride. I'm a
You heard?
What you said?
Chachi, I got the chip in my dick.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, listen, if it happens, it happens. BBL,
You said
all
it,
that
not
shit.
me. No. So no. If you do not follow me, please follow me on all my social platforms. Instagram is at Chachi Nation. You can find all my music on all music platforms as Grisel del Valle. They're gonna spell it for you here. And yeah, I hope that
bro.
you guys can, join the nation and join the ride. Thank you.
The
Thank you
nation
so much.
description under.
Yes, subscribe to the channel, to the podcast, to the everything,
To the everything.
to
Yes.
the everything.
I'm
Latino
just,
gang.
I'm just really happy that you enjoyed yourself. Look, she's doing it. She's doing the little dance. She's doing her stuff.
Come
Very
on.
happy. I feel like this is the most I've seen you loose behind the camera.
It gave you can't. Well, and it is, and that's why I actually was like, you know what, when Bones, mentioned the podcast and everything, I was like, and I'll be honest, I could be very picky and. I've
As you
said my
should.
nose.
Go ahead.
I've said my nose, but I was like, I saw the potential as well. So, not an opportunist, but I was like,
Nothing
you know
wrong
what?
with
I'm
seeking
like
the opportunity. I'm
This
just
could
saying.
no. I was like, this would be fun. I'm like, I don't have to like produce myself or dress up and kind of like be politically correct. I can just sit back, relax, and just have a dope ass conversation with somebody. And I think that they need to see this too.
I agree.
Because I want people to know that it is relatable, and I am that girl next door. I'm just like
I mean, for
you.
sure, what you portray today is not what I expected from Instagram. Like,
right? Or who you're gonna see on stage.
Exactly, 100%. That's all that
Right.
matters. At Ditto Talks, at Win DJ Ditto, your favorite red flag. Yes. Oh wait. Can she sing the song real quick? Can you
Which
tell her the
one?
words?
Which one?
The Ditto Talk song.
No, but you didn't pick one. I said
Not, but but it's always the same script.
no, but she could make one up right.
Can you
What
make
is
like
it?
an outro of Ditto Talks?
Ditto Talks?
Remember, so these are the words: Ditto Talks,
Mr. Red Flag.
Mr. Red Flag, the show where the questions is harder than the shots,
Oh, fuck.
and I'm gonna get you drunk.
Oh, shit.
I'll make a
That's a
song with those
lot.
four parts.
Make a song with those. No pressure. Don't fuck up.
No,
Ditto.
but
Can I
mean, this
write
is
these
just-
down
This is just go ahead.
so I don't forget them?
Doesn't matter.
Ditto Talks.
Let's do Ditto Talks, Mr. Red Flag.
Mm-hmm.
Make it simple.
You still recording?
Yeah, always.
Ditto Talks, Mr. Red Flag.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Can you say that one more time? And
I
can we
said
cut
Ditto. I said Ditto Talks, Mr. Red Flag.
Say he's gonna get you drunk at the end of that.
He's gonna get you drunk.
You say those together though now. Y'all love this.
Ditto Talks, Mr. Red Flag. He's gonna get you drunk. A time's gonna be had.
Amazing. Oh my god, great.
It's Ditto Talks. Oh yeah. It's Ditto Talks.